Hey everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I am Peter, that is Connor, and we are going to talk about Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Season 4, Episode 20. It's called Farewell, Cruel World. Full spoilers for the episode, as always. Now, had I seen the title of the episode before I watched it, I'd have probably known this was the one where they were more or less going to be leaving the framework.
Yeah.
I didn't see the title though, so it actually came as a surprise when I was like, wait, are we getting to the portal? Oh, people are going through it. Oh.
Yeah. There's still episodes left.
Yeah, there's two left. We're having the finale outside in the real world. I'm sure there'll be maybe some framework stuff. We'll see maybe how a couple of characters are doing in there. But it seems like for the most part we're going to be in the real world dealing with things. Namely Ada, who's now a human, but she has powers because of the Darkhold, and she teleports with Fitz.
Yeah. This is not looking too good for poor old Fitz, is it?
No, he was breaking my heart. See when he woke up and he was basically, he couldn't even stand straight properly.
Yeah, it was just a mess.
He was just a wreck because he knows everything that he's done, and he felt like he wanted to do it, even though he knows now he doesn't want to do it now, but he felt like he did in there, and he's questioning himself. He thinks he's a bad person. Also, May's death stare towards Ada, like soon her and Coulson first wake up, and she just looks at us like, Ada. It's like she's been wanting to kill Ada for so long. Since the start of the LMD arc, she's been wanting to kill her. And then Coulson get a little scalpel and
yeah, I was like, hey Mack, at least you had a shotgun axe.
Yeah, sliced off her head. So the team in the framework, they try to get to Radcliffe's coordinates for the back door, and they kind of convince Mack to come along by tricking him. May doesn't really believe there's another world, but they take everyone anyway. The real story, though, comes from Simmons, who tries to help Fitz by going after his dad to try and lure him in, thinking if they can just get him to the portal, and I'm calling it a portal because that's just the only word I've really got for it, they can just like put him through forcefully and he'll wake up on the other side and he'll be fine. Turns out, fate just came together because she ends up having to shoot Fitz's dad.
Yeah,
because he properly attacks. He properly tackles her and he's trying to kill her.
He's choking her, and she's just desperation at that point.
Yeah, and she shoots him, and that's all fine and well. By the way, I really noticed just how Scottish someone is when they have to yell.
Oh, Fitz.
Yeah, Dad.
I know. I've noticed in the last couple of episodes though, he has got a stronger Scottish accent when he's talking to his dad. It comes out a little bit more.
That's because that actor has the thickest Scottish accent on the planet.
I know. And that is obviously, that's a thing when you move away, and then when you see people with your accent, you kind of revert into it. And obviously, he never lost his accent, but it's definitely it gets a bit stronger when he's around someone else with it.
Yeah. So Fitz has gone full on dark, and you can tell Ada, because Ada finds out about this, and she's like, "No, call him back," because she's like, "Oh, Simmons is trying to lure him out to the back door."
Yeah.
And Ada's already put like a molten pit. She's put like a molten
it's a steel mill with a big lava pit.
Yeah, so she's put like this big lava pit right over the portal. Luckily though, s.h.i.e.L.D. gets the good idea of using her quake powers to.
I did think it was nice and obvious, but I'm glad they thought of it quickly.
Yeah, well, as Mack put it, he's like, "Oh, you're just going to lead us through like Moses," and he's like, "Through the Red Sea." Good idea, Mack.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for it. And it worked. I'm gonna get obviously, I immediately was like, all right, it'll be fine because he'll go through the portal and it won't be a big deal. But when Coulson got shot like 3 times, it was like, oh, jeez, no, what's happening?
Yeah, and he was the first one who was going to go through. So it's like, hang on, if they're pulling that with the first one, how big is this going to go?
Yeah, I almost suspected them not to actually go through. Partly because I thought it was weird that halfway through, so they're not going to have Ward in this episode, that he's just absent, just for, I guess, saving a bit of money. But I was like, I didn't really think much of it because I thought, he'll be in the next one, it's fine. But obviously now we're out of the framework. I don't know if we are going to. I think we will see him at least once more in the framework because Mack's still in there.
Yeah.
And obviously Mack, we speculated he might not want to leave because of his daughter. And I'm not going to lie, this scene worked really well for me. S.h.i.e.L.D. pleading with him that there's people in the outside world who love him and need him. And obviously she's referring to everyone, but Yo-Yo specifically. There's people who will care that you don't come back. And he's like... And it was because his daughter's name's Hope as well, everything read with this really great subtext. He's like, I don't want to live in a world without hope. It's like, you're in the world without hope. You're in Hydra land, Mack. You want to come out, but sure enough, it all works really well. Which reminds me, Trip was really funny as well when he was like, "So on this other world, me and you, Sky, we were no, me and Simmons, no, me and May, no, come on."
He's like, this world sounds shit.
What are we gonna say?
No, like I say, I think even back the very first episode when everyone went into the framework, I remember saying someone will want to stay.
Yeah, and we quickly said Matt because he has a very specifically happy thing.
Yeah.
So, his daughter.
As sad as this is, and like it makes perfect sense in context of the stories. It's hard to complain in that sense.
I don't know if he'll get to stay though. Like when things go down in the finale, are they going to have to shut down the framework, and therefore are they going to have to just disconnect him on this side?
Yeah, I don't know.
They might just have to.
They might, but obviously they keep talking about what will happen if you pull someone out, without them actually coming out. If you just disconnect it. Yeah. So, I don't know how that'll go down.
But that could be a plot line though. If they have to, if it's that or he dies and we have to pull him out, like, what does he come out but he still has his memories of just in there? He doesn't have his real memories.
Yeah,
that could be the side effect. I don't know.
It could. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I don't, that scene really worked for me though. Like her getting emotional, him getting emotional, and choosing the lie because the lie was more appealing. It was really powerful, especially since Mack has always been kind of a rock for everyone. He's always been kind of there to be sturdy and be supportive, and him choosing the lie kind of says a lot. And everything. Also, Radcliffe got a bit of redemption because he got to save. By the way, Fitz shooting Simmons.
And obviously last week and the week before I mentioned how scared I was that he was going to kill her, and then he had a down execution style. I was like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. My one thing that was keeping me okay was like, it's not the last episode. You won't, if you're going to do that, it'll be in the last episode.
Well, I kept thinking, Sky's just across the walkway. Like, run round, Sky. Come on. You have to be wondering by this point what's taken her so long. But Radcliffe stepped up. Radcliffe got a little bit of redemption. Hero. Yeah. And he kind of saves the day and throws Fitz into the portal.
Yeah, I think Radcliffe has been one of the most interesting characters on the show. Like, obviously, we met him as a villain, and then it was like, oh, okay, maybe he's just a bit morally ambiguous, and it was like, no, he's kind of good.
Which is actually, it kind of supported this episode because when Fitz offers them, like, oh, we can give you a real body in the real world, we've built a thing, like, they can do this, and it's the carrot instead of the stick to get him to help them track down Simmons and the rest of the, quote unquote terrorists, and you actually kind of believe that he would, like, you almost think he would. I don't know if I necessarily did, but I think it's possibly you could based on everything he's done so far, like all the slimy like little two crosses and. Like,
yeah, he's always kind of had his self-interest at heart. The only like real connection he's had has been with Fitz, which is what made this work so well for me.
Yeah. Coulson and May were kind of delightful, both in and out of the framework. Like in the framework, like him trying to convince her and her not buying it. Then out of the framework when they both wake up and like she can barely walk because she's been like under so long, like her legs are just like not working properly. And I'm glad they addressed that because when Coulson woke up first and he stepped off, I thought he was going to collapse at first because he's been there a while as well.
Yeah, he was a bit shaky.
Yeah, but at least what they've done is they've said, okay, May's been there longer, she will collapse, Coulson won't. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how accurate that is to life, but at least, okay, I'm accepting that you've put it in, kind of.
No, I buy it. If you're in like a hospital bed for a month or whatever, your legs atrophy and your muscles just forget how to work properly.
I know, I'm not.
So I'm saying, like, with that amount of time, I believe it exactly.
Yeah, but I'm arguing that even Coulson should probably be stumbling more than he was, because even if you're on like a plane for like not even a full day, just hours. Like if you're sitting down for X number of hours, you need to get up and stretch your legs every once in a while, or you will struggle later.
Yeah, I suppose. But he struggled a bit, so I'm fine with it.
I'm saying it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying I'm glad they actually put it into a point. They've scaled it back, so it's not as effective as it would be. But I'm glad it was there. So
I tell you what, I really appreciated in this bit that we didn't see May jump. Like we're from Coulson's perspective. We watch him jump in, and then we stick with him while he watches May come out. We don't see her jump in.
Yeah, I'm not part. I half agree with that, and I half don't.
Okay.
Because part of me feels like she still had to make the choice. Like she didn't really believe it. Like the whole episode, she was saying, "No, I don't really believe this." And it does work from the perspective that Coulson's like holding his breath. Oh, please come through me, please come through, and she comes through. So it works in that sense. But at the same time, I kind of wanted to see May in the framework make the choice that she believed in this other world.
See, I get that, but for me, it works better this way because it's like we don't need to see her make the choice. It's that she does make the choice that's important, and then coming through, and we get the relief moment with Coulson. We're kind of in his head in that scenario.
I'm saying it works both ways, but I
Yeah,
think there is at least something kind of lost by not seeing her get to make that choice. Because what I liked about Mack making his choice to stay is that he saw proof. Because it wasn't just the portal; he saw that when after the first couple of people
yeah,
jumped
and
through,
everything
and
digitized.
there was that digital wave that showed everything was complete bullshit, and he saw his own hand, his own body turn to
You
digital
have to wonder how
pixelation.
far that thing spread because otherwise there's other people out there going, "Wait, what just happened to my hand?"
Yeah, maybe. But does
Or at
it?
least all these Hydra agents running around.
Aye, but does it matter to the people who aren't real? Maybe it only matters to.
Well, I mean, not a matter, but no one going to question it, going, "Hey, that was weird."
Well, that's what I'm saying. Will they even question it? Like, are the ones that are just constructs? Are they even going to acknowledge that it happened?
Oh, okay, I get you.
All the only people we saw that affect were people who were actually real and in here
Oh, yeah, that's
sleeping.
true.
So I could argue that the only other people that would would have felt it. I mean, Radcliffe wasn't there yet. I think at that point, so he would have
No,
felt it maybe.
yeah, that's fair then.
Nah, uh, nah. But they like the Fitz when he woke up though, that whole confusion and then the teleporting, which gives us this cliffhanger. I actually was worried that we were going to get another shock shooting because after Coulson woke up, I was like, "Where's that Russian dude? He's he around?"
Yeah, I was. It was when he started turning and go for Ada with the scalpel. I
Yeah,
was like, he was supposed to be protecting this.
yeah,
Where is he?
yeah. So I was expecting like another surprise gun. I was expecting like a double, kind of like oh, you think he's okay because he got out, but then he's going to get shot again. Like I was kind of expecting
Mm.
them maybe to do that because I was just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and it didn't happen. I loved it later on. We just see that our heads like just off. Is our heads just on the floor with this pool of blood?
Yeah, it's great.
Coulson's had a proper good go of it. Uh, of course, Simmons and Sky wake up on the plane because that's where they were sleeping. And we saw a couple of the crew and Yo-Yo like dealing with things throughout, trying to conserve power and all that. And Yo-Yo finds out, or at least I'd be interested to see if we actually get to see the scene next time where she finds out that Mack made the choice rather than because the way the scene plays, it's just oh, could you not save Mack? And it's like I'm sorry, like that can
Yeah,
mean anything. That could just mean death. That could mean whatever.
yeah.
So I'm wondering if we'll get the scene where we find out that or we know, but I mean, she finds out that he chose to stay.
I think I think she has to find out. I think we have to see that because I think that's an important moment for her to deal with.
Mm.
So I'd feel if we don't get to see that, I'll feel a little bit cheated.
Okay. Yeah, so they're there. Obviously, May, Coulson, and Fitz are there. Although Fitz now is who knows where. So obviously, I feel like the final two-parter, and we were guessing that we weren't going to get out of the framework till the last episode. So it's already went further this season when we thought it was going to. But I'd be guessing now that getting Fitz back, now that he's real Fitz under Ophelia, I guess she's calling herself now, her control,
Mm.
like. And how does Fitz deal with like? See, now I'm worried that Fitz is going to try and make a sacrifice to save something.
Yeah, as a way of redeeming himself, because
It,
obviously no one else blames him,
yeah,
and obviously as a viewer we don't blame him, but he blames himself, and he might have to feel that he has to make up for Mace, and
yeah. I think he's going to feel that he needs to redeem himself, and as a result of that, I am worried that they're going to put him in a position where whatever Ada's plans are for the world or someone or something, Fitz is going to put himself in harm's way, and it may give us a sacrifice, and
I
that's kind of
really hope
worrying.
it's not. Okay, so in this one at the end there, Ada was basically using him as a shield, and Coulson was like, "May, just take the shot," and she hesitated a bit too long.
Hmm.
I can kind of see a similar thing happening, but with Simmons, and Fitz being the one, no, you've got to take the shot, and he's like holding her there
Hmm.
because That comes back nicely, I think, to obviously the discovery of Ada way back when. That was kind of Simmons and Fitz there. That whole thing was fracturing their relationship a little bit. There was a bit of tension because of it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can see that happening. They'll have to explain why she's not teleporting at this time, but other than that,
Yeah, yeah.
I can see it being that thing. And but you know what? I feel like they've put us through so much turmoil in these past few episodes. Just give Fitz and Simmons a happier ending, please.
I know,
Give them
and
hope.
I really want them to, but I just don't trust them to. I'm at the point now where I expect the worst for those two at the end of a season,
Uh,
and anything else is a happy like this was sad, but the fact that Fitz didn't shoot Simmons there, I consider this episode a victory.
but Fitz didn't shoot Simmons.
Yeah,
Oh, in the framework. All right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
sure. I was going to say that was May and it was Fitz. I was thinking of a different
yeah.
scene. Lots of almost shooting people in this episode.
It was, wasn't it?
So that said, if she's got like teleporty dark cold powers, who's to say if a gun would even work on her at this point? I don't know.
It's a very good point.
Then again, she did use Fitz to shield herself, so presumably she is at least worried about it.
Yeah, I think that's the idea that now she's human. She has to deal with that mortality, and she's never had to do that before. So now, or is it maybe she's overcompensating and being extra cautious.
Yeah, I can see it. Well, there you go. That's this week's Shield. It was a solid episode. I didn't expect to get to this point now, which is something that happens a lot with Shield. Admittedly,
it always does this. Even on this season where it's been really tight with the shorter arcs, we're still surprised by the pace.
yeah. But I thought them all there was some genuine tension. I'm like, oh, is everyone going to make it through the portal? Like, are they going to all get through? I was half expecting the last person to go, like, probably s.h.i.e.L.D, because she's the one holding it open. I was half expecting something to happen to her just before she got through, so she would be left behind by force, or something like that. I was really tensing that. Music was ramping up. It was really good. Actually, speaking of music, there was a scene early on. It was when Fitz goes to see Radcliffe, and there was this synthy sort of quick synthy
that was
sci-fi
new.
music that was really not only was it new, it was completely different to anything this show's ever had.
Yeah, the closest thing I can think of is the episode where Ada was rampaging through the base. There was some similar-esque themes in there.
There was synth in that, but this was a very different, like quicker, shorter notes kind of thing. This felt more like sort of cyberpunky kind of thing. It was really different and weird. I liked it, but it was
it was working for me, especially in the context of it being in the framework, and it kind of made me wish that we'd had a little bit more of that sort of stuff while in this world.
Yeah. If the whole thing had been kind of more sci-fi and music-wise,
just like make the whole world so different that even the music is shifted.
Yeah,
that would have been nice.
That would have been cool. But
I will say also I really love the final moment with it was just Mack and his daughter, and it cut to credits on that instead of having a big moment.
Yeah, it gave him this somber moment where he knows it's not real, but he's embracing it, and he uses the whole like Kansas and Oz analogy to explain it to Hope. Except he admits that he's not in Kansas, which is the real world, which is an interesting little twist on it. But so that's it. It's a Shield. Let us know what you thought of this one in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. It helps us out a lot. Get us on Twitter, mailed_fuzz for channel updates. Individual Twitters are on the screen for our everyday ramblings, but that's us, guys. So thanks once again. Have you got any vanilla?